Today I'm doing a demo lesson talking about how to analyze data from graphs. So basically what that means is if I have a graph that looks like that, and I'm trying to figure out what it's telling me, how am I supposed to figure it out? Okay, that's our goal. So before we start to do this, we're going to do a little bit of an exercise. You'll see in front of you on the paper, what you have is a blank graph. So what we're going to do is collect a little bit of data from this classroom. We're going to create our own graph. And in so doing, we're going to go over what are the parts of the graph and what do all the different parts mean. Now, as you'll see on the top of the page, I wrote, what color shirt are you wearing? Forgetting that you all are wearing the same color shirt. So instead, we're going to do a slightly different one. We're going to change it. So I'm going to draw it on the board over here. And instead of what color shirt are you wearing, we're going to do something different over here. What color lanyard are you wearing? Okay? Let's do a quick one so we can draw a graph. So raise your hand if you have a white lanyard on right now. All right, we got 5 of you. So we're going to make a data table. How many of you have a black lanyard? It's by far the most popular color. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, how many people have a blue lanyard? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4. All right. Any other colors that I'm missing? How many people are not wearing a lanyard?
I have gray on.
You got gray?
Yeah.
All right, so we got 1 at none. Excuse my handwriting. How many people have gray? 1. Beautiful. Okay, did I miss anybody?
No.
We're good. Okay, so when we draw a graph, excuse me, the first thing we're going to do always is give it a title. Because the title is the bit that tells you what's going on. So, someone want to suggest a title for me?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Brave souls out there. Alright. So, the title we're going to write is something along the lines of lanyard colors and mission. You can fill that in on your paper at the top. Because the title is always the thing that tells you the first thing that you look at to figure out what is going on over here. Once we have that, so we're going to look at the x-axis. The x-axis is always the one going to the side. And the x-axis is the one that's going to tell us what are the qualities that we're looking at. What are the things that we're comparing? So we're going to give it a title. Here we're going to write color. I'm going to find a marker a bit better. And we're just going to write in what are the different colors. We got black, we got blue, we got white, yeah, that's out of order. We got none, we got gray. Okay. The other axis, you're going to remember from math, is the y-axis. If you don't remember, it's because y is to the sky. Y always goes up to the sky. You take a look at the numbers. We're going to pick the biggest number and make that somewhere towards the top. Can you guys see? are going to split the rest of it as evenly as we can. And then I'll put 5 down here, 10 over there. Okay. The thing about graphs is that the actual graph itself is the last thing you look at. Before you ever make it to the actual picture of the graph, you have to deal with the titles. The title of the graph, the title of the x-axis, and the title of the y-axis. Someone tell me what they would write here? What is this referring to? The 5, the 10, and the 15? Yeah, what's your name?
Right, the number of lanyards.
Number of lanyards. Thank you very much. Okay, so now once we have it set up, now we can just fill in what are the different choices, what are the different numbers. So for black, we had 15. So we're going to make a bar, goes up to 15. For blue, we have 4. So because I wanted to represent 4 exactly, I actually put in the markings for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that should go. For white, we had 5. For none, we had 1, and for gray, we had 1. Make them some little small bars over there. So the beauty of a graph is that when you look at the picture, you should be able just to see that one of these is way bigger than the other ones without really looking at what's going on. You can kind of see the picture of it. Okay. Now that we've done that, I want to go back over here to this picture. And someone want to read the title over here? What's going on? What's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua.
Employer distribution of exiting physics, master's 1 year after degree, classes of 2012, 2013, and 2014 combined.
Okay. So, in your own words, can you tell me what this graph is talking about?
The distribution of physics, a physics master's 1 year after a degree.
Okay.
And it's
So,
on.
yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, great. Okay, the first question is probably, what is a physics master? It's kind of a funny terminology. A physics master is a person with a master's degree in physics. Okay, that's just what they call them. Okay. Take a look at this for 1 second. And then you're gonna see on your handout, yeah, on your handout, so you have this graph on the back of the first page. Okay. I want you to take a minute and see if you can answer the questions based on the graph, and then we'll take it up together. Okay? Now that you know how a graph is built, go through by yourselves and see if you can write in the answers. when you're done, put your pencils down and look up so that I know when most of you guys are finished. Okay. 30 seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so first of all, I want you guys to know that when I was planning this class, so I estimated it would take 4 minutes. Yeah, most of you guys were done in 2.5. You guys are definitely on the ball. But I do want to go over the answers and make sure everyone's with us. So the first question was, what does the x-axis represent? Someone want to raise their hand and tell me?
I said occupation.
Yep. Well, is the government an occupation? Yeah, what's your name?
Michael.
Michael?
I said the different fields people work in.
Different fields people work in? Definitely. Anyone have something else?
I just said type of degree.
Say again?
Actually, the type of career for like degree.
Yep. Type of career. Yep. Private sector, college or university, government. Yeah, I'd probably say either what field they're working in is probably the closest, but yeah, either the field or the sector. You'll notice that on this graph, they didn't actually put in a label for the x-axis, right? So you guys had to figure it out for yourselves, right? When you're drawing graphs, you should put this in so that other people don't need to work so hard. All right, what does the y-axis represent? What's your name?
Sure.
Sarah, what's
The different percentage that each person went to.
so over here where it says 53% private sector, what does that mean?
53% of people that graduate, 50 masters that graduate want to private sector.
Yep, work in the private sector, absolutely. Okay, where do the majority of physics masters work after graduation? What's your name?
Giovanni, private sector.
Yep, in the private sector. What percentage of physics masters work in high schools? Hold on, let's get someone else. No, Giovanni, it's yours. What's the answer?
8%.
Say it louder.
8%.
Yep, 8%. What percentage of physics masters work in any educational sector? What's your name? Jennifer? How did you get it? Yep. Got 19 at college, university, 8% working in high schools, 27% altogether. What years did the physics masters graduate? That's right. Back in the title, 2012, 13, and 14. And last but not least, where do they get the data from? What's your name?
Jonathan,
Jonathan.
from 2012, 2013, 2014 combined.
Yep. And where's the data from? You know that one also? Okay.
For AIP, statistical Research center.
Yep, AIP, Statistical Research Center. Why did I ask that? What do we care where the data's from? Why is that important? What's your name? Alex. To know whether it's credible or not. How do you know? How can you tell? What will tell you if it's a credible research center or not? We're getting into harder questions. Yeah.
Because it's AP too.
Yep. And you definitely got it right. Yeah, the reason we look at the source of the data is because I can create a graph at home on Excel, right? But I'm not a credible source of data if I made up the numbers in my head. But if it says AIP Statistical Research Center, so I've actually never heard of those people. Yeah. But I would then go back and Google who are the AIP Research Center and where do they come from, and based on that decide if it's a credible source or not. Okay. Do you guys have questions on this before we move on? Good? Okay. If you turn over the paper, so you'll see that there's a few more graphs because we're going to keep practicing it. I want you guys to do it like this. I need everybody in this room to find a partner sitting next to them. Yeah, what we call elbow partners. Yeah, look at each other, give each other a high five, make sure you know who your partner is. Okay, that means that you two are going to work together, even though you're different tables. Basically even over here? Okay. So you're going to see that at the top of this paper, for 1 second, it says for the A partner, and on the back, it says for the B partner. So like this, whichever one of you is taller is the A partner, and whichever one of you is shorter is the B partner. If you're not sure, stand up and I'll let you know. Okay? The A partners are going to do the first two questions, and the B partners are going to do the second two questions. Once you're both finished, you're going to swap papers, and you're going to check each other's work. Okay? I'm guessing after, I'll tell you when it's been about 3 minutes, yeah, to sort of keep us on track and see how everybody's progressing, but after about 3 minutes, we're probably going to swap. Okay? I'm going to walk around. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to stop me. Feel free to ask.